Hi, this is Marsha.
And this is Kelly.
We are the 2U's of 2U's Fiber Adventures. Thanks for stopping by.
You'll hear about knitting, spinning, dyeing, crocheting, and just about anything else we can think of as a way to play with string.
We blog and post show notes at 2usfiberadventures.com.
And we invite you to join our 2U's Fiber Adventures group on Ravelry. I'm 100 Projects.
And I am Better in Motion.
We're both on Instagram and Ravelry, and we look forward to meeting you there.
Enjoy the episode.
Well, hi, Marsha.
Hello, Kelly.
Where are we?
We're sitting side by side at the dining room table.
Yes.
In your house.
Live from Salinas. It's Sunday afternoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sunday afternoon. Yeah. So you've been here a week.
Yes, I arrived last Sunday. I drove down, and then we've been having lots of fun. We went, just sitting around, knitting, talking. I'm moving my chair, but it's squeaking a little bit. Okay.
It's okay.
And then we went to Carmel, to the beach, took the dogs there one Tuesday, I think it was.
Monday morning.
Monday morning?
No, Tuesday morning.
Tuesday
yes.
morning. And we left. This is how dedicated we are to taking the dogs to the beach because parking get pretty tight there. So we left the house at 7 a.m. to get to the beach. We got there before 8. Well, about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday we had a nice time. We went to the winery in Salinas, Odonata, and met your friends there. And that was really fun sitting there, tasting the wine. And,
that is fun. And it was beautiful. The weather was really nice. Some probably close to 73 or 4. It's always a little warmer out Reservation Road than it is here in town. But yeah, it was fun. We had a good time.
And then...
what do we do Thursday?
What do we do Thursday? Okay, so I said to Kelly, I think we're going to name this episode of the podcast is... What did I say? Are we panicking now?
When does the hysteria start?
When does the hysteria start? Because I did Thanksgiving last week, the 20th, and it took me several days. I did most of the cooking the day before, and then I cooked the turkey and the gravy the day of. But you do it all the day of. Mostly, yeah. Pretty much.
This time we made you made the mashed potatoes the night before. And we roasted or baked the sweet potatoes the night before. So I did more things the night before this time than I normally do.
But otherwise, the morning of, you just made dressing and
stuffed the turkey and
what did I? Let's see. What did I do? I made the tart. And
she made 2 pie crusts and then used one of the pie crusts to make this cranberry lime galette, which is
your recipe.
It was a recipe I found, I don't know, a number of years ago. But I said to Marsha, that is hands down the best pie crust I had ever eaten. So she had made an extra one. So last night she made... dinner with the extra one with some...
I made like caramelized onions, and there was some leftover blue cheese, so I put that on there. It was okay. It needed something. Didn't we just say it kind of needed something, but it was okay.
It needed another ingredient, but I thought it was tasty.
Well, I've had a lot of fun. In fact, I think I've had too much fun, Kelly, because I woke up this morning not feeling the greatest, so I'm sort of in recovery. I think I got up about 10. Well, I got up and then I went back to bed and got up about 10. And then I showered.
Took the dog for a walk.
No, I made him wait because I said I'm gonna go lie back down again. And he knows I'm not feeling very well because he was laying on the bed next to me and curled up. So and he wouldn't eat his food this morning either. It was very strange. Anyway, I'm on the road to recovery. I'll be fine. But it was really fun. We had a great time. It was fun cooking together. And fun seeing your family.
And we had pretty much all the local family. My niece and her husband and the kids, and my mom and Dennis and my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dogs are getting along great.
Yeah, they're all loose in the house together for the last maybe 4 days. It didn't take very long for them to be able to be loose in the house.
We left them leashed up quite a bit of the time.
The first couple days,
just by our sides, kind of, just to they get the the feel of it. So they're doing great together.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we worked on projects too. We
sat outside and spun for a little while one afternoon, chasing sun around the backyard.
It was quite warm. I mean, I think it's quite warm. It was not really. It's not warm in the shade.
It's warm for November.
Yeah.
I mean, for November, most places.
It was like 65 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was. It's been up to 71 or something at some point during this week that you were here. I think that was the Wednesday. Robert said he picked the best weather day as the winery day. Yeah. The winery day.
It was really nice. Anyway, but so it was. We chased I think it was Friday, we chased the sun in the backyard.
Yeah, chased it around the backyard, spinning.
Yeah. What do we want to talk about next? Do we want to go into project, or we have a few things we want to say before?
Well, I have some feedback.
Yeah.
So in the last episode, we were struggling. And so anyway, we got some feedback from Rachel, Hockey Rachel. She said, first of all, I think it was in this episode that you mentioned the oak leaves. We received a set of them many years ago. 4 in the set were slightly varying sizes. And when we were splitting up my mom's things a few years back, we split up the set because both my brother and I wanted them, and they used them as trivets. So I noticed I'm still thinking about those oak leaves that are in the Home Along. So that was good to know. And then she says, the Hebrew word you were struggling with, the Hebrew word you were struggling with is a huppah. It's a wedding canopy. I made an audio file on my phone with pronunciation, but can't figure out how to share it. It's a hard guttural CH, like you would pronounce the CH in Bach. So huppah, I think. We also went and listened to several pronunciations. And you have to be careful about those pronunciations. Yes, I always listen to about 4 or 5 of them, because there are some of them that are just people who want clicks on YouTube, and they just like read a word and they don't care if it's the right way it's pronounced. But anyway, I hope we did it justice.
Yeah.
Rachel, thank you for the tip.
We knew when we were recording that somebody would respond and let us know
what the word was.
Yeah, what the word was.
and how to pronounce it.
We have good listeners to help us out on this. So anyway, what else?
I don't think there's anything else before we go ahead and get started with our projects.
Okay. You want to go for, well, let's talk about your projects first, because one of the things I was really excited to see when I got here was the rugs.
Oh, yeah.
Your chenille rugs. So let's do your projects.
Okay. Well, so in the spare room, in the bathroom in the spare room, Marsha has one of the chenille rugs. I don't think it's going to stay there. I think it's actually going to go in the trailer. But anyway, she got to actually step on it and see it. And then, so I have the second round of these chenille rugs. I wove the pad and I started cutting the yarn, or started cutting the strips. And the interesting thing about these strips is that let me backtrack a little bit. In the very first rug, the strips, that set of strips were all basically the same color. Like I didn't run out of yarns. If I did run out of a green, I just got another green cone. If I ran out of brown, I got another brown cone. And mostly they were the same yarns. Occasionally I got another yarn of the same color that was slightly a different yarn, but still similar color. And so that one, the one that's in the spare room, is fairly uniform in color. Neutral brown, green, beige, a little tan, but very uniform in color. The one in my bathroom I had to start swapping. Well, and I found a bunch of mohair, so I started swapping the mohair in. And one of the mohairs was dark. It was like a brown. But then there was also an orange, and I thought, oh, I'll use both of these. And then when the orange ran out, there was a red that I used, and I think there were a couple of gold ones that I used. So anyway, there's a lot more variation. Not a lot. I mean, it looked like more than it was when I wove the pad that you cut up. But once I wove it, you can see little striations in that one. But it's also fairly uniform. Now this next one, I'm really curious to see how it's gonna weave up, because the pad that I wove started out very dark blue. I had some navy yarn and some kind of slate blue mohair, and anyway, toward the dark blue part of the spectrum. And then the dark brown, it was like dark brown in it too. The dark brown ran out, and I swapped it out for the same weight of yarn, but it was a light brown. It was the yarn that I used to make the Orca's Run sweater, that chunky yarn. And so I swapped out the light brown. When I was done with that, I swapped it out for, the dark brown, I swapped it out for the light brown. And then the darker blues ran out, and I didn't have anything to swap for that. So anyway, it's a real color change from the dark blue brown end of it to maybe a lighter blue tan part of it, to then the other end of it is more white and purple.
Yeah. And
so, or cream and purple. And so it will be very interesting to see how that weaves up, because each time I wind the shuttle, I'll have going from dark blue to the purple. And then I'll start with the dark blue and go to the purple. And so I'm eager to get started on that, because I want to see what it looks like. But before I weave a rug, I have to wind another warp for another round of the chenille, because I have so much more of that spirit yarn left. And I was talking to Marsha about it. I have my tub of spirit yarn, and then I also have some that I've pulled aside because I had swatched on my pin loom and thought these would make decent blankets. Notice the word I said, decent, not these would make fabulous blankets, but these would make decent blankets. And of course, there's always for me, there's always the attraction of, can I make something with what I have? Like, can I come up with something really beautiful just with this limited thing? You know, that constraint is part of the creative process that I really enjoy. So there's that. But there's also just this feeling like, oh, maybe it's too good to use in a rug. And I had to laugh because Shoe Dweller, Jen, in the Ravelry board, she posted in one of the threads about some dish towels that she had made, really pretty, kind of cream and blue. And she said the Noro, which is I think was the weft yarn that she used, the Noro was Yarn Shop Treasure from the aughts, I think, marked at $10.50 per skein. So, you know, really good deal, because Noro is an expensive yarn.
Yeah.
What she also said that I didn't just quote is that this is not yarn from her stash that she purchased. This is yarn from a friend of hers who died. And so she wasn't even the one who purchased it for the $10.50 per skein. But she said, marked at $10.50 per skein. So I felt a little bad almost turning it into towels. And I just had to laugh at that, because that's exactly how the little calculus that I can feel going on in my brain. Oh, is this yarn too good to put into this rug?
Yeah. I know how you feel. I feel the same thing about yarn.
But those cones are probably 50 years old. I mean, I've had them for 20.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And done nothing with them.
Yeah.
Really, really, Marsha, just tell me to put them into the rugs.
Put them in rugs. There you go. Just
because I was just online looking at
here's
Black Friday sales and found some beautiful yarn that would make really nice, soft blankets. You know, I could actually knit them for someone else who didn't care for the what do we call it, crunchy wool, you know. So
I think you're not in love with the yarn. You're having to ask yourself, I think the statement, I think it'll be okay. They'll be okay.
Yeah.
That's sort of a sign that you should.
They'll make decent blankets.
Where the thing is, you're so excited about the rugs, the chenille rugs. I think just put it in there because you've had it for so many years. At least now it's being used, and instead of sitting another few years not being made into a blanket. Kelly, probably not.
Marsha knows me well. 10 years from now, I'll still be talking about the blankets I can make from this yarn.
So anyway, I think you should just throw it into the rugs. And then the thing is, you were talking to, that you're going to make more and people might like to have a rug. So they may not want an itchy blanket.
Right. They might like a rug a lot better than they like an itchy blanket.
Yeah. And I agree with you. I think for a blanket, I don't think it would be, it's not horrible. It's not like it's Navajo churro or something. Isn't that really coarse?
Well, I have the really coarse, the really coarse ones I am putting into the bin.
Yeah.
But still, it's not the nicest stuff.
It's not horrible.
No.
But it's not worth it.
The other thing about it, I guess, and I shouldn't belabor the point about this coned yarn, but the other thing about this coned yarn, I think, is it has been on the cone for so long that even when I wove the sample and then really fulled it, it didn't
They don't have any light.
Didn't quite relax into a woolly feeling. And so, I think really the life has been stretched out of them.
The decision has been made.
Yes. Those cones that I set aside, the thicker ones, the brown and the gray that I was showing you, those are going into rugs.
Yeah.
So, but I have to say, I am fascinated by these rugs. I like the process. I can't believe how quickly they go when you're actually working on them. I haven't done anything except cut strips in the last couple of weeks.
Well, and the rugs are beautiful and they feel great. But also the, what do you call it? But the fabric that you make that then you weave to then cut into the chenille strips.
I just call it the pad that you cut.
The pad. That is kind of nice too.
It's like a rag rug with multi strips of yarn, or instead of rags, you're using like very thick, multiple strands, many strands of yarn. Yeah, that would make an interesting one too, especially if you were careful about your warp, like chose warp colors and then didn't, narrow it in so far. Yeah. So anyway. That's the chenille rugs part 2. And then I was trying to get my vest to a point where I could just knit on it while Marsha was here, thinking I could get it done, but that didn't happen. So I've got the horizontal stitches across the back yoke done. This is the sleeveless vest is the pattern, and it has like I'm going to grab the picture so I can describe it a little bit better. It's actually called Sleeveless by, again, Lonnie Kjeldsen. So I finished on the back, I finished the part that is the 5x1 rib and split for the sleeves, and then kept going in the 5x1 rib, finished it, put the horizontal stitch across, and now I'm in a part that's, I think, 3x1 rib. Or 3x1, 2x1. I think it's 2. It doesn't matter. Skinnier. And then that goes up in the yoke up to the sleeves. It's the same thing that's in the ribbing. So you've got the same skinnier rib on the top in the yoke and the ribbing at the bottom, and then the wider rib is the body of it. And I really like the yarn. I'm really happy with that handspun and how it's knitting up. So I didn't make very much progress. I was trying to get, like I said, I was trying to get to the place where I could, knit more easily in a social situation, and I wasn't successful in getting there before Marsha arrived.
Well, and I was just going to interject. We've been busy. I brought a lot of projects thinking I was going to get a lot done, and I really have not because we just
because I made her cook half my Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, and then we were talking. We went to the beach, and I don't know. We've just been doing things, walking dogs.
We took the dogs out, yeah.
Yeah, so we've just been busy.
Yeah,
but
which is pretty much the norm.
Yeah.
So, what I have been knitting on though, and it is easy knitting, and I'm knitting on right now, is a charity hat number 12. I finished number 11 the other night while we were talking, and started the next one. And I'm using the leftover handspun from the Lace and Fade boxy that I just recently finished. I had about, I don't know, maybe over 2/3 of a skein left of one, because I started with 3 skeins, and I had over 2/3, maybe more, maybe almost the full skein of the last yarn. And so I'm holding a double, and I knit one hat, and I'm knitting another hat. I had to go find there was a ball that was left over from yarn. I was like, remember how I was telling you that I did a little bit of color manipulation?
Oh, right.
So there was a ball. I knew I had a ball upstairs somewhere that I had pulled yarn off that I didn't want to use and separated it. And so I went and found that. So I hope I don't run out of yarn. But anyway, so I hope my goal, I'm not going to reach it looking at where I am now, but my goal was to take 2 more hats to school tomorrow, but I'll bring them in this weekend. The last one I took.
They're very nice charity hats.
The last one was literally scraps, but I loved how it got put together and how the colors meshed. It was gone within hours.
Yeah.
So these will be gone too. And I did put a note on it. I thought, well, maybe it won't go so fast because I put a note on it that it needed to be hand washed. But so I'll put these in there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Let's see. What else? What did I not talk about? Oh, so we did talk a little bit about spinning, and what I was spinning while Marsha was working on her project. What I was spinning was the California Red fiber that I had dyed with the toy on. So it's an orange. Well, I dyed 2 batches with toy on. This was the one that was steeped for a long time and gave me an orange color. And so I pretty much finished the 3rd bobbin of that. And I was thinking about dyeing, the natural dyeing, when I was kind of poking around on the internet for, the sales, the after Thanksgiving sales. And so I was looking at different places, and I got an email. I had gotten an email from Abundant Earth Fiber, and they're actually not, it's not natural dye, but they have a holiday sale on their dye kits. And you remember when we were at Stitches and they were selling those kits? It's a really large jar, like
a giant mason jar.
A giant mason jar.
Big giant pickle jar.
Yeah, it's a big jar, and then they call them tinctures. They're like in little tea bags, but they're acid dyes in these little tea bag things. And anyway, it's a good way to get started if you don't have the equipment of that you need for acid dyeing. So I thought, so I saw that and saw that they were having a nice sale on that. Thought I'd mention it. And then I went looking for natural dye kits, because I might, I've been doing things I can find around, that I can forage around here. But people have mentioned, like, oh, well, you could get this color from madder, or have you tried logwood or Osage orange? And I thought, okay, well, maybe it would be kind of fun to get a kit with the already prepared dye stuff from plants that I don't have. So anyway, I went looking at that, and Maiwa is the company, Maiwa. And so they have a similar kit for natural dyes. it doesn't have the jar and the utensils that you need, but it has all the different jars of the dye stuffs. And I thought, oh, that might be kind of fun. So, so anyway, I thought I'd put them in the show notes in case other people are, you know, in case you need,
fun.
Yeah, in case you need something to tell your significant other to put on the Santa list for you. So yeah,
drop a hint.
Yes, if you need any hints. So anyway, that's all my knitting. Marsha, what about yours?
Okay. Well, I finished something down here.
Yay!
I finished the socks that I'd been working on that I said I didn't really like the color. And now that they're done, I don't dislike them as much. But anyway, I finished. It was a pair of socks using red heart and soul in the colorway blackjack, and they're fine. They're totally fine. I just didn't really. I got bored knitting them. The color patterning was. I don't know.
Well, and because it wasn't stripes. You had long stretches of of mostly black with a couple little things. I think the striping, the more stripy ones, kind of prompt you to keep going because you only have a couple more rows till you get to the next color.
And you want to see the next color, it gets to the next color. Anyway, I also, I'm going to say, okay, you're going to laugh at what I'm going to say, Kelly, because part of the reason I really didn't like knitting on them is the black. There were such long stretches of black, and it's really hard to knit knitting in places that doesn't have very good light, which is a lot of places I knit. And it was really hard. That black was really hard. So ironically, I have cast on another pair of socks.
And Marsha, what color are they?
Black and yellow. But I'm using the Hummingbird Moon, Full Moon BFL sock in the colorway Eye of Newt. And I picked this up at the Two Knit Lit Chicks retreat in Tahoe. It was in the D-stash room. So somebody left it there, and I took it because I thought it was really pretty. And I had to get something. And
it's kind of, I mean, you said it's black and yellow.
It's really more gray.
But I see gray, but I also see green.
Oh,
like to me, the yellow looks green.
Oh, okay.
But it's not.
Okay.
But then
like
there
right
is
here.
like a little bits.
Oh yeah, right there. There's like really definite green.
Small little blips of green.
But I don't think I don't have the other socks with me. But this is more gray. Don't you think it's more charcoal?
Yeah, it's definitely not as dark as the other ones.
But I posted a picture of it of the skein, but then I posted a picture of the cake in Ravelry because it looks like tartan to me. The way it's like a plaid. Isn't it?
The way it wound up is really interesting.
Yeah. So that's I started that, and I also been working on Mountain High by Heidi Kirrmaier, and this is with my handspun. I finished the first sleeve. I am almost done with the second sleeve. I have to do 3 inches. So what have I done? An inch?
Maybe an inch and a half.
Maybe. So I have to do, I believe, I can't remember if it's 3 1/4 or 3 1/2. But anyway, and then I'm going to put that on the sleeve on waist yarn, and then go back to the body, because what I had done is put the body on waist yarn just to the point where you start the finishing detail at the bottom. And I wanted to finish the sleeves first, and then I'll go back to the body. So I'm getting there.
Yeah, it's pretty.
But, and Kelly looked at my yarn management or my color management in my sleeves, and you think it looks good. So
yeah, I think it looks really good. In fact, it's funny because when you lay it out, you can see very similar. I mean, and I know you didn't like lay it out and say, okay, well now the body has a wide stripe of kind of pinkish, so I'm going to make a wide stripe of kind of pinkish. But it kind of did. You kind of have that.
Yeah.
So it looks nice.
Yeah, I really like it. So that's what's going on with that. And then spinning. I went the one day, Friday, we decided we were just going to sit and do crafts in the garden, and I decided I just wanted to spin because I needed to break from the socks and I needed to break from my sweater. So, because I will say the sweater now, as you know, it's at that point where it's hard to just pick up and move around. And I wanted to spin, so because I had brought my spinning wheel and I'm spinning the Sheridan Flats roving, and my goal was to get, so this is Sunday, so my goal was Saturday to fill the third bobbin so that then Saturday I could ply today, and that did not happen. I have enough on the bobbin that I could ply a bobbin. I think the third bobbin is it's over half full, I think, but we'll see how today unfolds. I may just because I want to see. You can only fill those giant bobbins for so long, and then you have to ply.
I feel like that. Yes. I definitely
I kind of feel that way. So that's what's going on with that, and then nothing to report on the reg rugs since the last time we recorded because I left to come down here. So the loom is warped, and so when I go home, did I mention that? Did I say that? I can't remember the last time we recorded. Maybe I was. I think the last time we recorded, I was going to go finish it. I had warped the heddles and the reed. I have it on the front beam. It's all tied up and it's ready to start weaving, but I now need to cut my fabric into strips, and a lot going on with because I had Thanksgiving early and then I was packing to come down here. I didn't even get down to the basement to start working on those strips. So when I get home, I'll do that because, excuse me, I have a bit of a tight timeline now because tomorrow Monday, I head down to the Palm Springs area to visit my brother, and then we're going to drive home together. So it'll be another week before I'm home. Mm-hmm. So I think I'm going to be home December 8th is the plan. So I'll have to get on it.
Yeah.
Get right on it. And get to working on those. So I think that's it for, the only other thing I'll say is I do have on here the garden redesign. I'm not here now. So let me just say before I left.
Well, you are here. You're not there.
I'm not there. That's what I mean to say. I'm here. I'm not there. But before I left, I really hesitated about this, but I thought you got to just keep that project moving, is the hedge that goes on not all the way around the backyard, but it's just one part of it, but it provided screening. It's gone. I said it was okay to cut it down because it has to come down because they have to make room for, there's going to be a low retaining wall and then an iron fence on top of it. And you can't work it. It's right where the fencing is going to go right where the hedge is. Yeah. So it has to come down. So it's a bit of a shock to see it.
Well, and you didn't see it come down there. It came down while you were up here, right?
He chopped the hedge down, most of the hedge down while I was there. Okay. But now, since I've been gone, he's removed the stumps, and he's he started excavating for the retaining wall.
Wow!
So that will, it will start going in probably. While I'm gone. We'll see. So I kind of felt kind of uncomfortable about it. Like, why? And I thought, why do I feel uncomfortable leaving? It's just, I just wanted to be there for the action. Was it FOMO, fear of missing out? But anyway, but he's been, we've had some conversations. He sent me pictures and he sent me a video that he took. And anyway, we're in communication.
The one video that he sent you was like of the design. It was kind of it was a mock-up. Yeah. It wasn't video of her yard. Yeah. It was a video created on the computer of what the project, the hardscaping, is going to look like.
And it in fact he texted me and asked if I had PowerPoint. I don't have PowerPoint. Do you have PowerPoint? Because I thought PowerPoint was just slides. I didn't realize you could do like this video.
Well, you put video in the slide.
Oh, okay, because he's created, like he's done it in some sort of program where he's drawn the garage and drawn the house and the deck and everything. And what I said to him, what I really love about his rendering is there's no neighbors. There's not a single house in sight on this computer. So I don't have that program. So what he did, this is low technology. He just played the video on his computer and filmed it with his camera and sent me the video on it. That's what it is. Oh, look, it's here.
Barry's come to see us.
He put his head in my lap. Anyway, so that's it for me for projects.
Okay. All right. Well, I wanted to talk just a little bit. well, we have our winter weave along going on now through March 31st. Of course, we've been weaving, Marsha and I both. She's weaving her rugs and I'm weaving mine. But I also just wanted to mention that I had been looking at this Newberry School of Weaving, which it does weaving on these very old, what it says millennia. I'll read the little blurb. The Newberry School of Weaving, founded by Norm Kennedy as Marshfield School of Weaving, preserves the millennia-old weaving tradition, offering contemporary weavers time-proven methods grounded in efficient technical proficiency. From our home in rural Vermont, we welcome students of all experience levels to come to find connection in a vital and living heritage craft. Anyway, they have programs, they have classes that are basically the ones we were looking at are like 4 or 5 day classes, weaving on these really old looms. And I don't remember where I first heard about this, whether it was an article in the newspaper or if I saw it somewhere on Ravelry or Instagram or what, but I had gone to look at this website and it had been like poking around in the back of my mind that I really did want to, I really thought that would be a fun thing for Marsha and I to do. So I showed her the site and she'd already seen it. And so I don't know if anyone out there has done classes at the Newberry School of Weaving. I'd be interested to hear what they're like, because I really am thinking it would be fun to go there this summer and take their foundations class. I just think it would be really cool.
I had read this before that you have to. Everybody has to take the foundations class. Regardless of your weaving experience, and then so what we kind of talked about is you take that and then stay the weekend and take another class. But we'd have to figure out the.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like they have a lot of their 2026 calendar up yet. So, but I am curious if anybody's done it. No. They have a historic tools collection. Do we have dogs doing bad things?
They're looking at each other under the table.
All right, go on, Bailey or Barry, go lay down. Good boy.
Little growling going on.
Yeah, there's some action
and we
happening.
just talked about how wonderful you are.
Yeah, well, Robert came in and everybody got up, and now they're staking out territory where they can sit next to their mom.
And we're sitting right next to each other, so we're just too close for them.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress.
Yes. So anyway, I just think it would be really fun. It looks like they have, tool collections, and I saw one of the pictures is this big giant room. Looks like it was a church, maybe. A big giant room with big windows and all these really, really old looms. Yes. And I just imagine weaving on one of those looms would be really fun. So,
no e-spinners at this.
No e-spinners. Well, they might even ban them.
They might ban them. I know. I might not be able to show up with my e-spinner. I know it's weaving, not a spinning. It's not a spinning class, but still,
Well, you have to have something else to do in your time off. Yeah. So anyway, that's just something I wanted to mention and see if there was anybody who had any knowledge about it.
Get some feedback. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the last thing is our home along, and I still am going to make something that's not weaving for the home along. I just haven't figured out what. But I was looking at the bundle. And I don't know, have you looked at the bundle lately, Marsha?
No, I haven't.
I
haven't even really gone on Ravelry for a while. I was driving, and then we were we were doing stuff,
talking and knitting, and
that's no excuse.
Playing and I think last episode, I think I mentioned that Mom Diggity Joanne had put things into the bundle, and now Sarah Salpal one has put other things into the bundle. And so it's quite a large bundle now. It has a lot of stuff in it.
Ooh, okay, let me go look.
You'll have to take a look. So just a few of the things that are in the bundle that I wanted to highlight. 73
items now. My gosh, I think there was 4 or 6.
So I think I'm going to be able to find something that I can make. So a few more patterns for leaves.
Oh my gosh.
Are there. And then, do you see that mouse?
Oh my, that's exactly
that
the first thing I
cute?
saw. And then look at so there's a Victorian mouse that Sal Pal put in there. And then there's the charm set. So there's summer veggie charm set, like it's got little pea pods and carrots that are knitted and strung on a line.
Those little buntings or garlands. I think she has one for every season in there.
Here's one. It must be Easter because it's got like a chick and a carrot and a rabbit. Oh my gosh, very cute. Hot water bottle cover.
Yeah. A bunch of mini sock yarn sweaters. So if anybody's in need of Christmas ornaments and doesn't want to make the beaded beaded baubles or whatever that, knit the ones over the globes. You could make little mini sock yarn sweaters. And then the one that I think I'm going to make, and I think I'm going to make it for my mom, even though she's divesting of Christmas decorations. She brought me, Marsha's laughing because she brought me on Thanksgiving her terracotta nativity set. And she said to me when she gave it to me, she said, "Now make sure you tell Robert that I'm just getting rid of some stuff. He doesn't have to worry. I'm not giving away all my things because I'm going to die." She's like, "Well, I'm going to die, but not soon.
I'm not dying now." Right?
Yeah. And the first thing Robert said when I opened it up, and after everybody left and I opened it up and I put it up on the mantle, is something wrong with your mom that she's giving you? Why is she giving you this? So, but anyway, even though she's divesting of these kind of things, I do think I'm going to make her, I'm going to make some of these, it's called Forest for the Trees. And basically, I think, I talked about them before, but the ones I really like are basically I-cord that you then stab with a skewer. And you run the I-cord wider and wider and wider until you get to the bottom, and it's a tree. It's like ribbon candy trees. And so I thought those would be really fun. And honestly, if she doesn't want to keep them, or if she doesn't have a way to store them, I mean, you could literally just save the I-cord and skewer a new tree next year.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, it just, so anyway, that's probably, well, that's what I'm thinking might be the one that I do next. But that bundle is it's really full of all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, very cute. Oh, there's a little dice bag. Belligan dice bag. That's cute. There's a cat pod / cave. There's a really cute crocheted chicken. Like an emotional support chicken, but a crocheted chicken.
The granny square one.
Very cute.
Really cute.
And then
Barry. Go lie down.
And then there's a tea cozy, a Highland cow tea cozy, which is adorable. And also an octopus tea cozy, which is very cute. I think that would be sort of challenging to pour tea out of. It's very cute.
I think I put the octopus tea.
Oh, you did?
I think I put that octopus tea cozy in there.
I've seen these before. Okay, I'm pointing at them. Nobody can see this. Kelly's sitting next to me. But the Mom Diggity put these in, the fairy light, that it's a lace that goes over like a mason jar, and then you have a candle or something inside.
Yeah, those are really pretty.
Those are really pretty. Oh, and look, a little camper van, a knitted camper van.
That's cute.
So really cute things.
Yeah, everything from Christmassy type decorations to
here's a
things
cozy
for
for
all.
your flask.
I think that's a water bottle.
Oh, it is.
One of those tall ones like Robert has.
Right. And then here, these are kind of cute, but little crochet doilies that go over rocks. They're so kind of cute. Anyway, really interesting.
Oh, and the fence. I think I talked about the fence in the last episode. That's the fence I want to make.
Okay.
It's a lace fence. I've talked about it before. I won't talk about it again, but I don't think you've ever seen it. Mm-mm. So anyway, lots
really
of
cute things,
cool stuff in the bundle. So, and then there's one other thing that I found that's not in the bundle because it's not really a pattern, so I couldn't really put it in the bundle. but it's a tutorial. So this was when I was going around looking at, different yarn places for Black Friday. What kind of sales did they have, so I could add to my stash,
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to be so depleted when I finish all these rugs. But on the Sweet Georgia site, there is a tutorial for making faux popcorn garland, but it's really a hand-spun yarn. So it's one of those hand-spun yarns where you do big, like thick and thin, and then when you ply it, you make coils out of the thick parts of the thick and thin yarn. And so it's this basically red and white yarn with big puffy coils of white fiber in between. And it does kind of look like popcorn. I mean, no one's gonna mistake it for popcorn, but it would give that same effect on your tree.
Yeah.
So there's a whole tutorial, and I think they probably have the materials to purchase too, but and maybe it's a class you could buy. But there's a whole big tutorial. All the information is there. It looks like it's all there, all the way down to how do you finish the yarn. Oh yeah, see, there's a picture. I'm showing Marsha. You guys can't see it, but on the website is a picture of a tree with this garland on it. And it does. It gives the impression of popcorn. So it's a tutorial by Diana Twiss on the Sweet Georgia Yarns website. So anyway, thought I'd just add that in case someone needs a Christmas inspiration. Maybe I'll do. No, I'm not even going to say that.
Yeah, don't commit to anything because there's a permanent record of what you said.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So that's it, Marsha. That's all the stuff that I have. And
that's all I have.
Okay.
I think I may sit and work
You'll
on
finish
this, see if I can finish
today.
this today. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not making Marsha cook dinner tonight.
Yeah. Well, I know dinner's underway.
Yeah.
Because you started it this morning. So
we have soup
going, yeah. So, okay. Well, it's been super fun. As I say, I'm leaving tomorrow. And
well, we look forward to hearing about your trip to Palm Springs.
Yes. And I'll be back in April.
Back here. Yeah.
Back here.
At first I was like...
back. Yes, I'm coming back and staying till April. No, I'll be home.
No, I was thinking you were going, the way I said it sounded like you were going to Palm Springs and then you'd be back.
Oh, you're like, oh my God, she's coming back here. No, I'm going to go straight home, but then I will be back at your house in April for the Knockers retreat, which by the way, we were very excited the other day because we got our registration forms. So,
yep.
Okay.
We're all set. Okay, everyone.
That's it.
These dogs are getting a little bit antsy.
Yeah, it's time.
So it's time. I had to take a little break to go let Marsha keep talking while I had to go and make them mind their manners. So. All right.
Okay. All righty.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening. To subscribe to the podcast, visit 2usefiberadventures.com.
Join us on our adventures on Ravelry and Instagram. I am Better in Motion, and Kelly is 100 Projects.
Until next time, we're the 2Us
doing our part for World Fleece.